Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you how I make this Milkmaid Bustier dress with a puff hand and a slit on the flare. Also guys, if you want to know how I make this scrunchie on my hair, so click on the tag that will be displaying on the right corner of your phone. You can also check my channel. I have the tutorial video. So guys, if you're here to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe, like this video, leave a good comment for me in the comment section. Alright guys, I'll start off by placing my ruler to draw a starting line across just like so. Then I'll place the tape probe to mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2, which is 7.5 inches. Then my neck width 3 inches. Then I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. So I place my ruler to draw a slant line from the area that I came down by 1 inch to the neck width. I'll mark 7 inches for my armhole. To get your armhole, that is your bust divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches, so mine is 7 inches. That is how to get your armhole. The next thing now is to mark my bust point, which is 9 inches, and my other bust 12 inches, and the blouse length 16 inches. So I'll place my ruler to draw a line across just like so on the areas that I just marked. Okay guys, I'll go ahead now and place my ruler to draw a straight line from the shoulder slope down to the chest line. Then I will mark the middle point of my armhole by folding my tape rule like so. I'll make a dot. From that area that I make a dot, I'll just mark half an inch inward. Then I'll place my cuff ruler to join the points together from the shoulder to meet the half an inch that I came in with. Then I'll fold my tape rule to get my bust divided by 4. I'll place the tape rule on the chest line to mark my bust measurement, which is 9 inches. And I'll place my cuff ruler just like so and connect the points together like that. The next thing is to mark your nipple to nipple measurement. Mine is 3.5 inches. You mark it on the chest line, bust point, and on the half length. So you place the ruler this way, then you take your tape rule on the half length line, you mark half an inch on this side, on the other side to half an inch. Place your ruler in a slant way this way to connect from the under bust line. Don't allow your dart to go above the bust point line. Maintain half an inch distance below the bust point line. On the under bust line, I'll be coming up by 1 inch. You can come higher than 1 inch. You can do 2 inches or 1.5 inches. It depends on your preference. You draw a curve to meet the under bust line. Right now I'm trying to use my cuff ruler to just make a curve from the area that I came up 1 inch. You can use your free hand. I think free hand is better. After that, you place your tape rule from the center front to the middle part of the dart. You mark what you have there. I'm having 3.5. Then you place your tape rule on the dart on the bust point line. Mark 3.5 inches. Place your cuff ruler this time around. Please watch closely so that you see the way I position my cuff ruler. I started drawing a line from the chest line to meet the 3.5 inches I came up with, and then I draw the curve to meet the under bust line very closer to the darts and make the line curve kind of. And now I'll proceed to the upper part of the cup. I'll be using the curvy part of the ruler to make the upper part to look curvy kind of. You can decide to make yours straight. It depends on your preference. Afterwards, you go ahead and mark your bust divided by 4. Mine has been marked already when I was marking my armhole. So I'll proceed to my under bust. My under bust divided by 4, that is 7.5 inches. Then I will measure the dart difference, half an inch. I'll proceed to the blouse half length by measuring my waist divided by 4, 7.5 inches. Then the dart difference 1 inch. The next thing I'll be doing now is to place my ruler and connect the areas that I've marked together from the chest line to the under bust and down to the half length. So right now I'm trying to make the armhole side obvious. So I'll go ahead now to cut the pattern paper out. I will advise you watch closely so that you see the parts that I'll be cutting out. The upper part of the grafted paper will be cutting it out. Alright guys, I'm done cutting. The next thing I'll be doing now is to use the front pattern to cut the back pattern. And here is the pattern paper that I'll be using for the back pattern. I've marked out my zipper allowance already. What I'll be doing now is to use my marker to trace out the front pattern paper and the back pattern paper. I want the back neckline to have a kind of like a little bit curve. So that's why I built my curve ruler to draw the line just like so. You can decide to make your straight line. For the armhole, I will make a dot. Then for the bust point, I'll make a dot. Then I'll take my ruler now to draw a straight line across for the bust point. Alright guys, let's proceed to the zipper allowance. I've marked 1.5 inches already for my zipper allowance in order to prevent zipper bulge. So I need to cut me by 1.5 inches. So that is what I just marked. Then I place my ruler to meet up with the bust point that I marked. Then you place the tape and come out by 1.5 inches. Please watch closely. If you watch closely, you will understand what I'm demonstrating. Then you place the ruler to draw a slant line just like so. Now we have a new zipper allowance. I will draw a line from the zipper allowance to join the chest line. Alright guys, let's proceed to measure our dart. You have to measure from the new zipper allowance line. So I just marked 3.5 inches for my dart, that is nipple to nipple. Then you have to mark 1.5 inches from the both sides. Place your ruler in a slant way just like this and draw a slant line on the both sides. Okay guys, the next thing I'll be doing now is to mark what I have left on the waistline. My waist divided by 4 is 7.5 inches and what I'm adding here is 7 inches. What I will do now is to add half an inch to the pattern paper. So guys, you input your dart difference by measuring the dart. So I have 1 inch in there. I've marked it on the pattern paper. So I'll go ahead now on the underbust line. The distance for the dart is half an inch. Then I make a dot. The next thing is to connect the dots together with my ruler. That is first method that I just showed you in replacing your zipper allowance. You can just mark what you have on the zipper allowance and just replace it back. I use 1.5 inches. Just measure your zipper allowance, then replace it back. Then I'll go ahead and write zipper allowance over here. Then after, I'll proceed to cut the pattern out. I'm done cutting guys. This is what we are having for the front and the back pattern. So the next thing now, we proceed with the front pattern by cutting out the cup. To start cutting the cup, you start right from the place you came up by 1 inch. Then you cut it gently to the armhole side. After cutting the cup out, so I noticed that there is this sharp edges here, then I just trim it out. So I will slip the cup into 2 just like so, because my paper is folded into 2. So don't forget to fold your fabric into 2. When you open out the underbust, this is what you'll be having. So now we have 2 cups, but we'll be working with only one side that has a pattern. In order to achieve the pleat on the cup, we'll be using slash and spread method. So what I'll be doing now is to mark 1 inch on the cup, just as I'm doing. Just watch closely. So I'll be measuring 1 inch, then I'll make a dot until I reach the end of the cup. So the next thing now is to place your ruler, then draw a straight line on the areas that you have marked 1 inch. After that, you go ahead and number the lines, because by the time we cut it out, so that they will not get mixed up. When you're done numbering, you get a new plain paper. Then you now started cutting out the 1 inch into pieces. When you're done cutting it out, you now proceed to lay the pieces up on the plain paper. For the distance in between each paper, I'll be using 2 inches. But you can use 1.5 inches. If you are not busty, you can use 1.5 inches. If you are busty, don't go and use 1.5 inches. You can use 2 inches, 2.5 inches. I'm not busty, but I just want my cup to be full. So that's all. It depends on your preference anyways. If you are busty, it's not advisable for you to use 1.5 inches. You can use like 2 inches, 2.5 inches. So guys, as I'm measuring the distance between each pieces of paper, I'm placing my tape rule right under the lines on the pieces of paper so that everything will align. So you can use this method, or on the plain paper that you'll be using, you can rule a straight line at the middle of the paper, so that all the pieces that you'll be arranging, the line will be aligning. Like you'll be placing the piece of paper, they will be matching the line that you roll at the middle of the paper. That's all. And as you are placing the paper, be putting your masking tape so that it will not stress you. So I'm done now. The next thing is to place my curve ruler in order to trace the down part of the pieces of the paper. You can join the down part of the pieces of the paper without using curve ruler by using your freehand. As you can see guys, even though we slash and spread the cup, we still have curve effect on the down part and upper part of the cup. For this angle that has a sharp edge, just draw a curve to meet the rest of the line. For the center of the cup, just draw a slant line like that, because you are going to be using roller to connect the upper part of the cup. Make the upper part of the cup to be straight. I'll go ahead now and cut the pattern paper out. Alright guys, I'm done cutting out the cup, and this is what we are having. This is what the front pattern and the back pattern looks like. So let's proceed now. For the skirt part of the fabric, I'll be folding my fabric this way in a rectangular form. Then I'll go ahead and fold it again, that is into 4. Alright guys, I'll be stopping here to learn how to cut 180-degree flare. I have the full video on my channel. Please kindly check my channel or click on the tag that will be showing on the corner of your video, like the right corner of your video. The next thing I'll be doing now is to cut out the cup by placing the pattern on the fabric, and the fabric is folded into 4 because I'm going to use the other 2 as interface, like lining. I'll be doubling the cup by using the other 2 parts of the fabric as the lining. As I'm cutting the cup, I'm leaving a sewing allowance of ½ inch, and for the middle part of the cup, I slanted it a little bit. Then I'll proceed to the down part of the cup. I will also leave ½ inch sewing allowance also. So guys, I'm so sorry for not adding the skirt part to the video. I don't want the video to be too long, so that's why I uploaded it earlier before this video. And the skirt tutorial is a beginner friendly. So guys, we'll be ending the video here. Thanks for watching to the end. If you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe. Thank you.